Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to give a presentation on behalf of all the Southern Newcastle program business students. And do you remember the moment that you got the call from IEN and you have accepted to this program? Or do you remember the first day that you entered the school? How did you feel? Were you excited? For me, I was thrilled since I took 2 sunung and becoming a university student was such a big deal for me. And therefore, I had some fantasy about university, but actually it was not the same as I thought. So I was dreamed about like this hot, handsome, senior oppas or friends that I should probably love, but they were my oppas and my friends. And also, even though that I knew that this program was harsh and difficult, I thought there would be some kind of campus romance or campus life that I should enjoying my free time reading books or listening to music or enjoying the festival in campus. But the reality was just going back and forth building in a room bed. So then I started to compare my life with my normal Korean university friends. And I got too depressed because comparing to them, compared to me, they seem to live more happier and easier life. But I realized that I was just living with my life with others' perspective, not mine. And I decided to change my mind. I changed my perspective. So I started to believe in myself and trust in me and try the best. Then I could enjoy my life, and until now it was the really best year. This was the best year. And so like this, we want to talk about how your perspective is, how important your perspective is, and how your point of view can change and control your life. Really, everything is depend on you.
Hello. As Garam said, today's our presentation is about perspective. And now I want to talk about how perspective works. Then please look at this picture. What can you see from this picture? Horse. Yes, we can this picture as the old man whose hair is gray, or we can watch the man who is riding horse. We call this kind of picture optical illusion. Next, how about this handsome boy? He looks like happy and he's smiling now, but if we turn him over, it looks like this. So, and next, maybe you already know this picture. Even though these two figures are same, but they looks different. So the point that I want to say is everything is dependent on our perspective. Yes.
Good afternoon, my name is Sojin Lim, and to back up our presentation topic, I will give an example, and let me have an example. Have you ever heard about Saint Wonyo? In Korean, his name is Wonyu-Desa. And I hope that I believe that most of you are aware of him and history. But today, I'm gonna talk about, and I'm gonna explain about him again. One day, and a long time ago, he left his home to attend spiritual enlightenment like other monks did. So, During the travel time, one night he slept on the tombs. I think he was very brave. Also, while he was sleeping, he, he felt sudden thirst. So he tried to get rid of his thirst. So he drank the water, which was collected in a bowl, nearby bowl. And he slept again. On the next morning, he found that and he realized that the water was decayed water and it was collected in a skull. I mean, head of the human head. So he felt sudden disgust and he started vomit. And suddenly he realized that one thing. He realized that everything depends on his mind. My point is here. Someone might feel ashamed, or someone might feel relief when they enter this Sogang Newcastle program. And my point is here. It's totally up to you to regard this one-year project and one-year program as a sweet water or a cup of bitter water.
As it is mentioned about, the perspective is really important to our happiness. So, excuse me. In other words, to be much happier, we have to change our perspective and go for it. And then many people will be curious about why we have to study, with a big question mark on their head. So today I want to talk about what the relationship between perception and study. If we change our perspective and satisfy in our nowadays lives, we don't need to study. But therefore, why do we have to study? Everyone might know the story of the frog in the well. The frog in the well lived in the well, so he thought that the world that he is living is the whole, and he is the best in the world. However, when he came out from the well, he figured out that the world that he was living in isn't everything. So he frustrated for the world that he was facing. So here comes the point why we have to study. Now we are young, so we just experience it just a small world. However, no matter we want or not, we will be facing bigger world, and the near future that will be Australia. So the reason we do study is to be ready to new world, and not to become a frog in the well.
So the power of reframing in your own perspective is really stronger than ourselves. And what we have is exactly the same thing, and what we done is exactly the same activity. But some of you feel really great happiness today, but some of you feel really terrible things today, and everything is dependent on you. Okay, this is a picture is unique Korean culture. We have a lot of room in Korea. We have 노래방, 찜질방, PC방, and we also have PlayStation room. But I don't know why, but we have a lot of indoor culture. But you should change your perspective when you go to Australia. You should change it to outdoor culture. You should join in your club, and you should go in fishing or other outdoor activities. It's really hard to change our perspective, but you should change because it is essential. And look at this picture again. Is it half full or half empty? Actually, the amount of this water is not changed. But a pessimist always think this glass is half empty. But why? Always see this is half full. But I want to suggest my perspective, because when we see the starting point of this, then it is depend on, did you started drinking or did you just started pour it? Actually, I'm just pouring something of my life through this program, but some of you feels like I'm drinking half of my water. But you know what? We are young. I know it is individual case, but compared with teachers and parents, we are really young. And when we joined our program, we just lying in the start line, so you don't have to be afraid. So let's see another picture. Is a dream is nowhere. But when you change your perspective and move a little bit space of W, then dream is now here. So perspective is really important. And you know what? I'm here and you're here and dream is now here. So it doesn't matter. Don't be afraid to go Australia. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you.
예, 수료식 마치고 이제 푹 쉬어야 되는데 준비하느라고 수고했고요. 다시 한번 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.